Hello, our esteemed viewers on Kukuza Africa. It's a great pleasure to come your way again on your favorite program where we give you an opportunity to gain deep insights into various businesses, enterprises across sub-Saharan Africa. And today we have the pleasure of presenting on our program Mr. Oluwaseun Dele, who incidentally is the Chief Operating Officer of Arise Microfinance Bank in Lagos, Nigeria. He incidentally is a certified microfinance expert, an accountant, and a finance expert of repute in Nigeria. He joined us here in Ghana for a great program which we had recently with Peniel Doxa Consulting in the areas of designing functional fundraising and financing strategies for non-profits and social enterprise organizations in sub-Saharan Africa. It was such a great joy having him at the program. And so, Dele, you're welcome, and we're really happy to have you in our studios today. I look forward to this, and I said we must, have a very close interaction with you before you leave for Lagos, Nigeria, where I know you're about to fly out in a couple of minutes. So how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for this great pleasure.
Great.
The sessions we had was impactful and educative. Right. It's also a great eye-opening. To be here this evening is with great honor, and we'll be happy to share a few of our experiences and what we look forward to in doing hereafter.
Great. You know something, Seun. The microfinance sector has always been, I would say, a sector which quite a huge expanse of people at the lower strata of society have come to more or less depend on. Right. And it's become, I would say the clutch word for financial inclusion, across the world today, right, particularly for the lower strata of society. True. Now, how did the Arise Microfinance Bank, start in Nigeria? When did it start? How is it doing? How is the bank currently composed? What are the peculiar, traits of the Arise Microfinance Bank?
Thank you once again.
Right.
Arise Microfinance Bank started 2017 January, late January. Okay. That was when the vision was conceived. Okay. And it took us about 10 months to put it together, and we got our license from the Central Bank of Nigeria February 28, 2018. And then officially the bank launched out March 5th, 2018. Okay. That would say is our birthday. Yeah. All right. And looking at time, we've done 3 years, some months. Arise came out from two passions, particularly. Having been in the banking industry for about 14 years before then, I saw the need to empower the bottom of the pyramid of the society. Right. I saw that what I used to do was more of relationship management to the middle and the top echelon of the economy, and I felt these people at the bottom, they are almost neglected. So it was a passion to empower the low end of the society. Two, it also came from the need to do banking more accountable, to be more accountable. Yeah. We saw that a lot of the banks are not accountable. It's more of personal gains. But we felt, okay, how can we be accountable both to the bottom people and then to the society, giving back what we are getting from our customers back to the society. So it's more of an accountability concept, to be more accountable and to be more to give back to the society. Wow. Okay, so that was what endeared the people behind Arise.
Now, let me ask you, where are you located in Lagos, Nigeria?
We are located at Ogudu in Koshofe local government.
Okay, Ogudu in Koshofe local government. How many customers do you have? What's your customer clientele base like? now?
All right. Presently, we have about 2,500 customers
In the area.
And
what is the population of the Kosofe local government?
Kosofe is about 4 million it's about 4 million population.
So basically, you have a huge market in that.
It's
place.
absolutely a huge market.
You know, you mentioned something which I think is worthy of note. You repeated it quite a bit in your intro.
Yeah.
And you've talked about accountability.
Yes.
And what I seem to understand is you more or less want to do banking with a human face.
Exactly.
What you want to do is non-exploitative banking.
Exactly.
So does that actually reflect in the kind of services you render to your target audience, your interest rates, and the kind of credit you give, or the kind of banking services you offer to them?
Okay, thank you once again. Because we are, first of all, not interested in profitability, even though that will happen.
Yeah.
But we have an idea to say grow the customer.
Wow.
While you grow the customer will give you what you need at the long run. Now, I'll tell us, when we came into the industry, the ideal interest rate that we should charge should be about 5 to 6%.
Right.
But we said no, we want to do 3.5. Now,
Wonderful.
that for us is to empower the people, first of all. And I can say in 3 years, 2 months, we've got about 20 women particularly that we've grown significantly.
Right.
Now, they started with us with 50,000, 100. Today, they are taking 250, 500, 1 million.
Yeah.
This same set of people. So you will see that the accountability part of our drive is showing on these customers because we are not exploiting them. In fact, we've had testimonies from our customers to say our interest is quite, is friendly. So that for us is the joy and this will help us to gain more markets, which is what we're doing now.
Now, let me ask you, in doing your loans and your credits, are there particular significant aspects of the economy that you cater for? I mean, are you dealing mostly with traders, or you're dealing with people in the agri sector, or you're dealing with people in the service sector? I mean, where exactly do you look out for, or are you just doing a general?
Well, again, we have a concentration of traders.
Good.
Trading activity.
Right.
You must be trading.
Right.
Now, given the location where we are, Kosofe,
right.
In Kosofe local government, there's a major market that is, I would say, is Africa-wide. The My 12 market.
Okay.
The My 12 market, the business operation that goes on in My 12
right.
has been said to be about 5 billion.
Is Mile 12 within Kosofe?
Yes, Mile 12 sits in Kosofe local government.
Wonderful.
This is where all the northern, trucks.
Commodities.
That's their first location. Coming to that's their termination point.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, so for us, that's where we hinge our business.
Okay.
Trading.
Okay.
Tomato traders.
Right. Assisting them.
Good. Yam.
Yeah.
Orange.
Right.
All sort of fruits. So,
and these people ordinarily, without your support, some of them, especially those who are banking with you, without your support, they will not ordinarily be able to meet their own obligations.
They've not before we came,
or even expand their businesses.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, that's very, very remarkable. But how did you manage during the peak of the corona?
Wow, that was a turn in our. But it's fine
because apparently you came into business just before Corona.
Yes.
And so I can imagine that throughout 2020 you must have experienced a few of the issues.
Well, I must say that we came in 2018. We had a good feel of the market. 2018,
right.
2019,
right.
2020 for us, given our strategic intent, was to be the year to gain balance.
Right.
But of course, COVID came.
Right.
Two things we did. Because of our accountability concept, we pegged all interest on the loans. Wow. Because most of our clients, they are daily traders.
Good.
And markets were short. Nobody was going anywhere. So for convenience of repayment.
So you froze the credit?
We froze.
Yeah,
We couldn't. What we were only doing was for a few of our customers who do online trading,
right,
and it was still going on. We are monitoring, and
right,
few of our repayments were coming in. But generally, it was a point where we mellowed down.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Right.
I mean, that goes further to show that you're doing banking with a human face, and more so where you're dealing with the most vulnerable in society.
Exactly.
Those are the lower strata. You know, you've been quite considerate in doing that. But now looking at it, what would you consider to be the key challenges you've experienced, you know, in these your formative years? What will you say are your key challenges?
Thank you so much. I would like to say three things particularly. Top on my mind is funding.
Okay, funding.
Funding. We would love to do banking that is almost zero interest rate.
Right.
Even though that is not possible.
Right.
But at least a convenient banking.
Okay.
Where it is about empowerment,
right,
first of all.
Right.
Before the gains.
Right.
So most of the funds we got, they are on the high side. The cost of funding is high.
Okay.
So it didn't help us to also do that which we wanted, because we also got the fund a bit
at
high.
A cost.
So
right.
That's a great challenge for us. If today we have equity investors, angel investors, funds that are absolutely zero cost, sincerely, we'll be doing a banking that Africa will come to learn from.
Wow.
Because that's our intent, to do banking. If we have no cost to our funds, then why am I going to charge more than 1% or 1.5% just for my operating expenses?
Yeah. By the laws setting up the microfinance banks in Nigeria, are you allowed, do your customers are they allowed to make daily deposits? You know, are they allowed to make deposits in their accounts and make withdrawals from their accounts, as it were?
Yes.
Okay. So,
it's a deposit bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
So definitely, as you spread your wings and get more customers into your dragnet, you will have more deposits.
Sure.
You know,
sure.
come into the system.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you've talked about the major challenge, which has to do with funding. And you also mentioned that the Arise Microfinance Bank is, I will want to take by your words, you know, what you imply is that, you know, angel investors are welcome.
Absolutely.
To invest in the bank.
Yes.
And I'm sure that, are you thinking of going to the capital market, you know, to raise funding from the capital market, or, you know, maybe in the process, are you also looking at doing some private placements, or, you know, do you have some other intended finance, or rather money mobilizing drives which you want to, you know, use to resource, you know, the bank over a period of time?
Thank you again. Presently, what we do is peer-to-peer funding.
Okay.
Most of the funds that we use in our operations are from our peers.
Yeah.
And to this point, they are still behind us.
Okay.
However, because of the share we want to have in the market,
right,
and the opportunities that is, you know, coming to us,
right,
given our interest rate and our mode of operations in the market, we want to expand.
Yeah.
And this, well, I must say, the first point of opportunity we want to explore will not be capital market first, maybe private placement. Presently, we are putting up a paper to give to some individuals that we feel could come in this stead.
Yeah.
All right, so that will be our first option. If we do that and we're able to get the kind of funds we want, then we stop at that. But if that is not, then we may look at public sense kind of funding.
You know, I would want to ask you a question, but I don't know which one should come first.
All right, sir.
I'd love to ask you, what kind of funding are you looking for, the figures you have in your mind, you know, to more or less put your operations at a point that you want it to get to? Or should I ask you, where do you see the Arise Microfinance Bank in 5 years? Which do you think will come first? The attainment of the funding you need, or your growth in 5 years, how would you want to approach it?
Yes, presently I will approach from the funding first.
The funding first, okay.
Yes, because if we've got much more than we have,
right,
we'll have done more.
Right.
All right. So funding, the availability of funds, will help us get to where we are looking at in 5 years.
Right.
All right. So for funding, we will be needing something around $1.5 million.
Okay.
To cushion our strategy.
Right.
For 5 years.
For 5 years.
Which is one, to increase our customer base.
Right.
Presently, it's about 2,500.
Right.
We are looking at 10,000
right.
in the next 5 years.
Right. So you want to do 10,000 in 5 years?
Yes.
Okay.
From 2,500.
Okay.
All right. At an average of, all these are, and if 80 or 90% of these 10,000 are, customers that we are lending to, at an average of 100,000 or 200,
right.
that's running to about almost 1 point something billion.
Right.
All right. So the need for the funding is highly is what we are looking at now.
Right.
So that we can service the customers.
Right.
It can also be at a very cheap rate.
Right.
Now we have also seen that in Koshofe,
right.
there's need for a lot of CSR work to be done.
Okay.
All right. Quite a number of youths who are neither here nor there.
Right.
Courtesan.
Right.
Criminal.
There's crime.
Crime
right.
everywhere. Okay, so
right.
we are also looking at increasing our capacity
right.
in the area of employment.
Right.
So if the funds are there,
right.
we can increase our operations,
right.
get more young persons
right.
to go to every hook and cranny of,
especially those who live around
of
the
course,
bank.
90 to 95% of our staff
they live
in Koshofe local
right.
government.
Right.
So
and the population of Koshofe again is
it's about 3 million.
About 3 million people.
Yes.
So you have a big playing field, which you can, affect positively, not just on economic terms, but making actual social impact,
yes.
On the people. And it's good to hear that you have a CSR mechanism in place in the bank. Essentially, you will be doing that out of your profits anyway.
Yes.
So your corporate social responsibility towards the Koshofe people, would, by any stroke of luck, be able to take some of the youth out of crime, and reduce, some illiteracy rate and all that in society. Now, this presents, a great picture. Are you thinking of further expansion in Nigeria? And besides Nigeria, are you also looking at the West Coast that is talking about the West African sub-region? Are you also looking at the possibilities of, expanding, if you get an angel investor or more, who are able to, fall in love with what you are doing and say, look, we're ready to support you to, move, to expand your branch network within Nigeria and also the West Coast. Do you think that is a possibility in 5 years?
Absolutely. Presently, we want to expand beyond Koshofe.
Right.
Because of what we are doing. Now, we want to capture Lagos.
Right.
Now, in the microfinancing in Nigeria, there are 3 tiers. There's a unit, there's a state, and there's a national.
Right.
We are currently a unit micro.
Okay.
So we will operate in a local government.
Right.
But with this fund given to us, or when we, have our hands to it,
right.
we want to extend to the state.
Right.
Where the 57 local governments in Lagos, we feel our impact.
Right.
And for us, within 5 years also, we penciled down 2 countries in sub-Saharan Africa.
Right.
The Ghana
right.
and the Gambia.
Right.
We've also seen that there are similarities. What we are doing here can be replicated there.
Right.
Because of the economy state of these 2 countries. Okay, so we want to extend our foreign reach to Ghana and Gambia.
Yeah.
Particularly to also help the bottom of the pyramid
of society. Viewers, I must tell you something. If you hear Mr. Oluwaseun Dele saying that he wants, he would love, my Arise Microfinance Bank to open a branch in Ghana, I'm telling you, He's doing that because he has a bias towards Ghana. Incidentally, both parents, his father and his mother, he whispered to me yesterday, were born in Ghana, were born in Kumasi, and they lived in Ghana for such a long while, you know. And most of his elder siblings were also born in Ghana, but of course, they had to move back to Nigeria at a particular time. So I said to him, I said, if your parents were born in Ghana, then obviously, you know, you have a stake in the society. So it's good to know that, you know, you came into Ghana the first time,
Yeah.
you know, a few days ago, but you looked out and you were able to, you know, understand that, you know, Arise Microfinance has, you know, the more or less the potential or the possibilities of coming right into the market here. And you've also mentioned the Gambia.
Yes.
The Ghana for Ghana is not less than 20 million people right now. I mean, the statistics are actually saying 22 million, but we are awaiting the current census, you know, to know the exact results now. And the Gambia, from the last we remember, is about 3.5 million people. So I believe that with the kind of experience you've garnered in Nigeria, and I mean, personally, I'm particularly in love with the fact that you are doing banking with a human face.
Right.
I mean, you care so much for your target audience, customers and population, to the extent that you also want to give them reduced interest rates.
Right.
And you are very strong on the aspect of CSR, which is your corporate social responsibility to the communities in which you work. So I can only just imagine that anywhere you go to, you'll be doing, you know, that, you know, exactly. I know you have a flight to catch in a few minutes. It's great having you with us.
Pleasure.
And we look forward to when, you know, you will be back this way, and then we'll have more chats, you know, more incisive about your intending activities, you know, in this part. So viewers, it's been wonderful speaking with Mr. Oluwaseun Dele. And like I said, he has a flight to catch in a few minutes. And we are just grateful for the opportunity to speak with him now. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, viewers. Thank you so much.
And we look forward to seeing you again.
It's my pleasure to always be here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day, viewers.
Thank you.